Bad bitch. Yeah, all about the dough, get the bag, bitch. Yeah. The type to make 'em mad, bitch. Yeah, she know she at first, they just average. She a bad bitch. Bad bitch. Type to make 'em mad, bitch. Yeah, she know she at first, they just average.
All right, welcome everyone to another episode of Baddies ATL Review, episode 7. I have my special guest with me, Gabby.
Hi.
And before we start, tell everyone where they can find you on social media if they want to follow you.
Well, if you want to follow me, I am UFO_Moye. That's MOYE. So follow me if you like.
Yep, and I did put it in the description as well. But also make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that notification bell so you get notified every time there's a new video. But yeah, I just want to jump right into it. So let's get right into this episode. I know that you're new to Baddies. You just did it. We did a marathon yesterday.
Yes.
So you're caught up now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad that we are able to talk about everything that's been going on. Mm-hmm. But I do have some notes here. I've been taking notes. I've been trying to be better at that. And first things first, Sarah. Let's just tell her how you feel about Sarah real quick, because I love Sarah.
See, no, I can't get with the victim. She's always a victim in something, and it's just like she's a Me Too girl, my personal opinion. Every time you say something, oh, that happened to me, oh, that happened to me. Like she just is like a constant need of attention. But this episode, I saw a different side of her when she apologized to Seven. Even though, Gino says it was forced, she still apologized. But like, I just feel like she should just, when somebody says you shut the fuck up, just shut the fuck up. Like, it's not none of your business. You can't talk to a grown woman like that and I expect to get them grown woman hands.
Don't you think a producer could talk to a cast member like that?
No, that she was being, overly, that's not her mother, Well, God, I'm here. I'm down the street. Well, bitch, if you want to go home and you down the street, take your ass home.
See, I feel like she was just trying to relate. At first, it seemed like she was trying to relate to Seven, not be like, oh, you could go home. But then when Seven just kept going, that's when it was like, all right, then what else do you want to do? Like,
see, Seven is very soft-spoken, and like she was like nobody was really paying attention to her. So I just feel like that got everybody's attention. They was like, yeah, you wanna respect how I feel, and the fact that people are putting somebody else's hair and cigarette butts in my personal space, that's trifling. That would annoy me too.
So why don't you attack the person who did that then?
Because the person who did that immediately apologized, Like, she didn't keep going back and forth. Well, Seven, I did this because of that. I'm sorry. I didn't. So let's not even talk about Sidney right now.
Yeah, I don't buy that apology, though.
Yeah, I think she just does that for camera time.
Hey, guys. Sarah really thought the show was going to revolve around her, and that's not how it works. I mean, I agree with that, but I also feel like it should revolve a little more around Sarah than they're making it.
She's just a little too needy to me. Even at the photo shoot, nobody's looking at me. Nobody is, this, that, and the third. Like, she's a grown-ass baby to me,
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know if you saw the conversation, but she had like a whole folder of notes. She's the one that's like getting in contact with photographers and stuff.
I didn't see that part.
Well, I don't know if it was the case for this one, but you know what I'm saying? That's why I can understand her. Like, she puts in a lot of work, and then they kind of just like take the credit for it.
Well, she needs to boss up instead of whining about it, if anything.
That's why, and back to her like apologizing to Seven. I feel like that's why she did it. She saw that that's what Natalie did with Christina. Mm-hmm. If Natalie was able to forgive Christina.
But Christina put her hands on Natalie first, Like, she went away about things. They were both equally wrong, but, I feel like Christina was more wrong. You don't touch people's personal stuff like that. That's a violation, number one.
So you think Sarah was more wrong?
I just feel like Sarah was interjecting things that she probably shouldn't have. Like if somebody's not speaking to you, and like Seven said, I was speaking to the collective, and then I felt like Sarah was just like going straight for Seven though. You know, she was just like, well, she needs to go home and she needs to do this and she needs, and like people need a mental break. Like, and then she just had a baby too. You know, she got a little baby at home. She probably in her field. So I don't know. I just feel like when somebody's telling them to get out your space, let me say whatever I gotta say. Stop over talking me. Sarah was not being, you know, she wasn't actively listening. So I don't know. I don't really care for that.
I did think it was weird. I think this is the first episode. Tell me if I'm wrong, but it's like the first episode where it wasn't a continuation from the last one, right?
Yeah, I think it was something totally different. Like I feel like they came new stuff. It wasn't like, oh, long last episode. So yeah, I think it's something totally different.
That's what I'm saying. I'm wondering if Natalie really got her that hotel. But she was talking about putting in her hotel for the night to let her cool off.
Well, I mean, we didn't see. Well, I don't think. Who knows? Natalie seems like a master manipulator to me. Like, I get it, get your bag, but she seems a little messy.
True. But side note, when Sarah first came in, I thought it was really funny. She had a little waist trainer with the BGC logo on there. Why is she still? Why is the BGC logo on there at all?
I don't know. She still had the tattoo too. You know, I think she's just stuck in that bad.
I mean, there's nothing you could do about the tattoo.
You can get it covered up. You know, I wouldn't have that. I don't know.
True. And all right. So I also wrote on here that Seven is saying that she never had to fight and then hang out with the same person the next day. And I just want to ask, did you watch her season, her Bad Girls Club season?
No, I stopped watching it. Like the actual Bad Girls Club, I think it was like Mexico.
Oh, that was 9.
Yeah, so I have not been actively watching the.
All right, so let me ask you this then, because Seven did say that, it made me think about her season. On her season, her and this other girl decided on the last day they were just gonna randomly fight these other 2 girls.
For no reason?
No, I mean there was a reason. It was building up throughout the season, but isn't that kind of like a bitch move to like wait till the last day to fight them?
Well, you know, in the Bad Girls Club, if you do fight, you go home majority of the time. So I think it's more calculated than bitch assness, because it's like if I fight this bitch, I'm going to go home. So if I fight this bitch on the last day, we're going home regardless. So I think it was more of a calculated move, if anything. So
do you think that on Baddies that they should go home, or?
No, I feel like every time they say EP, you guys should take a shot. I've heard EP over like 20 times, and I'm just like, but I just feel like they're the bosses. Erica and Natalie, Tanisha and Natalie are the boss, and they're on the show. So I feel like it's at their discretion. I just feel like they really do need to do a better job at taming Sidney. Like, that's the only person I really think that should go home immediately. Like Sidney. Like, I don't have, and I just want to get this clear, I have no issues with, you know, trans or, you know, anybody that chooses their lifestyle, but she's just a messy individual. Like, you're looking for stuff. Judi is not a fighter. Judi doesn't want any issues. Judi is minding her business. Why do you keep on consistently attacking her? It throws me off.
And also, I thought it was super weird that, and you said that earlier too, that they're making Judi fight for her room. Yeah, she should not have to do that.
Judi should not have to fight for her room. She is like a classic. She's an OG. Like, if anything, the new girl should be fighting.
New girl, because Seven's the newest girl. You think that Seven and Sidney should have been in a room?
No. I mean, I'm biased.
What do you think?
I'm biased. I really feel like as being EPs, you know, everybody should have their own room. Nobody should have to fight for their room. Like, I just really feel that. Like, somebody had to go in the attic off bucks, then somebody should have been in the damn attic. Like, I don't really think, for real, Judi, she is like, she really helped that brand, you know. I got the voodoo for the bitch. And she has classics, so I really feel like she should have never been in a room with somebody else. And then they're on day beds at that. Like, they don't even get a whole bed. That's crazy.
Well, so you don't know this, but back when they were doing the OnlyFans show, it was like they wanted to invite Judi just for one day, and apparently she decided not to come because she found out the plan. But the plan for that show, for the OnlyFans show, was to have her come on, and then once she gets to the door, like, they were all gonna be like, "We don't need you here," and then just like, because they were gonna pay her and they were just gonna throw her money at her, like at the door, and tell her to leave.
Oh, that's fucked up.
So already you could, you know, I see where Judi's coming from. Like, she's already like, oh, I know they're gonna try some funny shit. So I feel like she was trying to hang in there for a minute.
Right.
Like, it's Natalie. It's like what they expect from her.
But I just feel like, me personally, if that's how they want to continue to treat you, like, just let it go. Branch off and do your own thing. Like, I really feel bad for Judi, though. Like, she shouldn't have to fight for her room. And I'm glad Janelle tagged that ass and she has her own room. And it was just like, Sidney Boo, Janelle is a bad bitch. She's a hottie. She looks fine. She's not trying to look like you. Like, you bad Bill, baby.
And that's what I was thinking, too. I was like, Janelle wanted to fight Sidney. It wasn't just about fighting for Judi. Like, she really wanted to fight Sidney.
Right.
But we do have a comment on here. By the way, if anyone wants to join the conversation, the link is down here. You can go to bit.ly/Baddies EP7 and join the conversation. But what do you think about this right here? Someone says being trans is not a lifestyle.
No, I wasn't saying trans. I said, whoever you choose. I didn't want to, the LBG, I didn't want to mess that up. So I said, whatever your lifestyle is, if you choose to be gay, if you choose to be bisexual, that is a lifestyle. Being trans, I don't want to say anything to upset anybody, but I'm talking like being like gay and bi. That's what I meant by that.
But also, I feel like Sidney is not really a good representative for like trans people.
Not at all.
Or even like the gay community.
I wholeheartedly agree with you with that.
So I don't know what's going on with her. She's just weird.
She pammed it up for the camera. That's all it is. She wants to be seen. Then she said she tried out how many times?
She said since season 5 she's been trying out.
See,
and then finally on season 9, that's when Judi supposedly told BGC not to cast her.
Judi doesn't have that pull. I don't think she has that pull.
Yeah, definitely not. But at the same time, yeah, she should be. That's what I'm saying. Just like you feel like Judi should be treated with more respect, like Sarah too.
I didn't really feel like she was disrespected. I really don't. Like, if you're going to have an argument and somebody stands up on you, why are you still sitting down? Defend yourself. Like, that's just all I'm saying. If you want to beat her ass and this, that, and the third.
You're talking about Sarah now?
Yeah, I'm talking about, like you said, Sarah deserves more respect. I don't really feel like she's being disrespected. I just feel like she thinks that because she's a producer, she thinks everything should revolve around her, and it doesn't work that way. So I don't feel like she was really disrespected. She got them hands though thrown at her ass, but
that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I feel like 7 is also starting to kind of like be at Natalie's ass, just like you think Sarah is.
If anything, I would say I think she's more partial to Tanisha. Like, every time something, let me call Tanisha, this, that, and the third. Let me see if you can handle that, this, that, and the third. But I don't think she's up Natalie's ass.
I think she wanted to fight to be like, yeah, Natalie, I'm good for the show. See, I could fight.
I just feel like when you're sitting there and you're trying to express your feelings and you're not being heard, and I'm not saying that it's right to put your hands on somebody when you don't like what they're saying or you don't agree with what they're saying, but like, she kept poking the bear. So don't get mad when that bear mauls your ass. So
I don't know. Well, I'm a big fan of Sarah, so I want to see things in a different light, I feel like.
I mean, and we have to agree to disagree.
Sure.
Everything is not going to be good. Everybody's like, oh yeah, I agree with that.
All right, so moving on, I also wrote in my notes here, I thought it was really petty that Sidney was now mad at Christina for using her makeup artist.
Yeah, I think that's really petty as well. Like, these people aren't indigent servants. They don't owe you anything. The makeup industry, the beauty industry is, a multi-billion-dollar industry. And if they're paying, if Christina's paying, what's the issue? Nobody owes anybody anything.
I feel like Sidney is just looking for drama again.
I believe
where
so.
There is none. Because the drama was really because not paying the makeup artist. So that hasn't happened yet. So why is it a problem?
Who knows? Like, I really feel like she just wants to be on TV. Like, every time the cameras roll, like, it's drama. Just like, all right, so when Judi spit on her in the van, right? Why didn't you ain't turn up on her ass then? You wait the next day when they're filming, like, you spit on me. If anybody spit on me that day, oh yeah, it's a wrap.
So I do want to kind of skip ahead though, because I saw something. I had heard when they were fighting. Who said it? someone said, "Oh, well, it's written on here. Where is it? Where is it?" Someone was saying Janelle, when Janelle fought. Yeah, shout out to Janelle for fighting for Judi. I thought that was I really like that. And it's obvious that Janelle had her own thing, had her own agenda for fighting. But Janelle had said in the confessional, like, this is the only situation where she can put hands on Sidney without it being a domestic violence situation. Isn't it the other way around though? Like, wouldn't it be?
I wouldn't say it wouldn't be a domestic. It would be more so of assault, second degree assault, first degree assault. But I don't know. Like,
I think they're just trying to say domestic, as in like if they were like a man and woman and like that, or a couple.
Oh,
I think that's what she was trying to say.
She was like trying to throw some shade.
I think so.
Oh, okay. I mean, I thought she just misspoke. I was like, that's assault, girl.
No, but do you think that that's a problem? The fact that Sidney would be fighting these girls?
See, that's a double-edged sword because I just feel like stop provoking people. Like if they sat there and some of the things she says is out of pocket. Go, let me see your dick. She's talking to Judi like that, and it's problematic to me because if somebody said that to her, it would be an issue, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
So like I just feel like she should watch what she says and like stop trying to antagonize people. Stop trying to ham it up for the camera. Just be yourself because it comes off disingenuous to me. Like it's too much.
But I'm just talking about like the bigger picture kind of thing. Like as far as there are a lot of trans women in female sports, like trans women wrestlers wrestling other women.
Right. I mean, if they're taking, like I said, it's a double-edged sword. They take hormones to be more feminine, but I don't want to say anything.
I got you.
You get it, like, but when we're not going to want to talk about that.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's what Janelle was kind of saying.
I mean, I didn't catch
this is the only situation where they could do that.
Right, but you caught that. I didn't. I just thought she was like, girl, that's assault, So
how come that would be the only situation and not when they're fighting regularly in the house? That's what I'm saying.
I just feel like, all right, so my thing is the only thing will make it right for them to fight would probably be if Sidney put hands on them first and then they're defending themselves. I really don't think Sidney's a fighter. I think she's doing all this for show. Watch me act the ass. That's my personal opinion. So I really feel like until Sidney really puts her hands on anybody, then then it's time to go to work on that ass. That's just me. So I don't think any women should like initiate anything because at the end of the day, it is a double-edged sword. Things are being said, the Vienna sausage comment by Judi, but don't ask to see my dick. And there's a possibility that you may have one yourself. Like, stop being problematic. On
top of that, like, just to explain, I don't know, you knew about Sidney before this, right?
Oh, yeah, that's the girl who got Chingy called up back in the day.
But did you see her on The Breakfast Club?
No.
Back in the day?
Mm-mm.
She had said on there that she had gotten surgery.
So she needs to stop. She needs to stop speaking about penises. If she got rid of,
No, but then when she was on Love and Hip Hop, like a couple of years ago, that was her storyline, was that she needed to go get surgery. So she's just lying about everything.
I can't. If any of the bad girls, do not cast her. Like she really, my frequency is all messed up every time I hear her yell. And you got that trans out. Like, stop being problematic. Just stop it.
Yeah, I don't think she's doing what she thinks she's doing for the trans community.
I mean, I don't know. What do you think she's trying to do?
She's trying to be like a positive role model in the trans community.
Positive? She's making a mockery out of it. Stop. If anybody needs to be a role model for the trans community, it's Laverne Cox. I love her.
But
oh no, what were we going to talk about? Who's saying what to whom? With the conversation with Seven and Sarah. Oh, I heard that you didn't like me. Oh, well, I heard that you didn't like me either. Who's stirring the pot? That's what I want to know.
Exactly. They did mention that right before they fought. I think Seven was like, I heard you were talking about me. But then they never got into it.
Yeah. I heard that Seven say that Tanisha says, oh, Tanisha told me everything that you said. So who went to Sarah and said that Seven was talking about her? That's what I want.
A lot of times it's the producers. Like
the EPs?
No, I mean not even them. I'm talking about like, you know, in the car there was that guy that was like yelling at Sidney. Like he's one of the other like the Zeus producers. Because I saw some stuff on like Instagram, BGCT. There were like some screenshots of one of the, I don't know if it was that dude Manny or what, but like they like talked to the girls like, oh, this girl doesn't really have your back, blah blah blah. And there's always like a secret person sending screenshots, and they never know who it is.
That's messy.
I feel like they try to make it seem like it's the other girls, but really it's like production doing it.
Just trying to make some mess.
Because I heard that that's how they did it on Bad Girls Club. So I feel like that's like the formula. You know what I mean?
I just feel like, you know, it's been a decade since Natalie and Tanisha have been on TV. I think that it should be a more positive outlook on their lives, what they're doing. They're married with children. I just think that the drama does not seem genuine. I think the only time when they got turned up, it was with Sarah and Seven. I feel like that was the only, and then Sidney and Janelle. Because, you know, and then I just don't like if you're going to be a part of the woman, you know, the womanhood, please don't say hurtful things that you wouldn't want to say wouldn't want nobody to say to you. Like when she told Janelle, yeah, and that's how they think you're trans. Like that's unnecessary. Like you need to be an ally.
She just made that up. Like no one ever said that about
That's
Janelle.
what I'm saying, but it's just like, because Janelle is beautiful. But
exactly.
It's just a mess.
And why does Sidney think everyone is trying to look like her?
Delusion.
If anything, she's trying to look like all of them.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But I do want to get into this comment right here.
Let's see.
Part of the LGBT community, but Sidney needed to cast for Bad Boys Club because the whole thing is messy. Oh yeah, I did audition for Bad Boys Club too. So if anyone from Zeus is watching this, let me know when I can join the cast. Yes. You guys are doing that. But let's see. What else do I have on here? All right, so I did like it must be really difficult to be the producer of the show and be a cast member, but I think they pulled it off really well. How Tanisha and Natalie were like the hosts, you know, saying, "Oh, we're gonna do these events, we're gonna do this boxing match, we're gonna do the bull riding." Mm-hmm. Did you think that they did that well, or?
I mean, at the end of the day, the girls enjoyed themselves. They looked like everybody had fun. People made amends. I'm glad that Sidney is going to the attic.
They didn't show that. I wanted to see that.
I mean, we want to find out July 11th, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I hope.
They didn't show that in any of the little previews.
But I saw Megan, who want to fight. I love her.
Yeah, I can't wait for her to come.
Yes, I can't wait either.
But I did write on here, I thought it was funny, like the whole time they were explaining the boxing, Judi was looking scared in the background.
That's what I'm saying.
She was like shaking her head no the whole time.
Why is she scared though? That's what I'm confused about.
Because she knows that Natalie always sets her up. So it's like.
But Sidney said herself she can't fight. Well, two people that can't fight, that don't mix.
But Sidney's already bigger than her. Like, so two people that can't fight, the only thing you have is your size.
Right.
And Janelle was a good matchup, I say, because she's a little taller, even though she's not as big, she's taller. So it matches. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Yeah, Judi should have gotten in that room as soon as they all walked in. But I don't know. The bull riding. There's not really much to say about the bull riding. That part was like kind of boring.
Yeah, and let's see who can ride the D. It seems like nobody could really ride D except for Janelle.
She fell too, though. Did they have a winner for that?
I don't think so. I don't think they made a competition about that. I think it's the fight.
It was, it was just fun.
Yeah, it was just fun.
But so then when they finally go inside, that is when Sarah finally comes up to 7. And I thought on here it was also funny. Once again, the BGC logo was on Sarah's folder.
Yes.
I'm like, why is she still doing that? They need their own logo for Baddies.
They do.
But yeah, so you said that Sarah had showed growth. Is that what you're saying? I
mean, to a certain extent. Of course, she had to, broke my fingers. She had the brush. She had to come up with the receipts and this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, they both apologized to each other. So I felt like, both of them were being mature about the situation. I don't know. If somebody like Molly walked me like that, I wouldn't be able to, it would have to take a couple of days for me to come around. But it's money on the table, so I get it. But Yeah, you come there and you hit me like that.
But also, I watched Sarah's review, or you watched it earlier. I don't know if you caught this part of it, but her finger was actually broken from security. It wasn't from seven.
Yeah. So like, but I didn't really catch, the security. I saw her holding them down. How did she get her finger broke? Like if she was wrangling to get away, like I really didn't see them like manhandling her. I just saw somebody pull them apart. She's held down. 7 was pulled apart. So I was just like, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. You think 7 still won that?
Oh, I feel most definitely because she got you didn't see them power punches.
I saw like 1 punch.
I saw a good 3 punches. She landed.
7 didn't even know what she was doing because that's why she ended up kicking Natalie.
Oh yeah,
accidentally.
That was her defense mechanism. Like anybody who comes, they got catching it.
So someone also, Luis, said, not gonna lie, I could see what the girls in BGC 13 was talking about with Natalie. She always keeps doing Judi dirty. Did you watch 13?
No, I didn't watch 13, but I just watching this now, like, hey, Kiki, you gotta share a room with a newbie. But like a chick that didn't even make it to the show for real, she was like a temp. Like, yeah, I don't like that. That doesn't sit well with me. She shouldn't be sharing rooms. You guys have enough money for a multi-million-dollar mansion, have enough rooms for everybody.
Do they though? Because all the girls were claiming that it was like a dirty mansion.
Oh, with no water. Yeah, man,
It's the first season, so
and then,
it looked nice, but
yeah, on the outside it did look nice. With them roaches, those bugs, that was a no-go.
But oh yeah, so I also wrote on here, 7 admitted that she took all her emotions out on Sarah.
Yes.
Meaning that 7 overreacted.
I mean, to a certain extent, she did. Like I said, throwing the cell phone was a little bit overboard. But then again, and I'm not trying to make excuses for anybody, but like when you have a young child at home and you haven't been away from them for a long period of time, and then I just feel like, yeah, she's emotional right now. And just stop pressing the issue. And I just feel like she did too much. I got a car and I live right down the street. I can go home. Like people deserve it. And like you're not respecting her mental health. If she tells you that's what it is, respect that. She would want the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So like I thought that was too much.
I don't know, but I think that 7 was, I don't know. They all apparently were talking about it before they had the house meeting.
Right.
So Sarah didn't even really know what was going on. So that was like her first time hearing about it. The other girls already kind of had a little summary of how she felt.
Right.
But Sarah didn't. So I feel like that's all she was doing. She was just trying to like really understand.
But she made it about her though. If you're trying to understand, just listen. Like I said, she wasn't actively listening. She was just saying, well, I got this, and there was crumbs on my floor. And come on, you didn't have, I would feel violated if somebody took like a Black and Mild and put it, if you don't smoke, like that's rude. Like in other people's hair, that's nasty.
But that's why people are saying, because you're right, 7 is soft-spoken.
Mm-hmm.
But her limit is like, there's like, that's not even that bad. I agree with what Sarah was saying. Like, that's not that bad. I understand you left your kid at home, but they were only in this house for 2 weeks. They filmed for 2 weeks.
Oh, for real?
That's it, yeah.
But then again, we don't have children, so we don't know the separation from a mother and a child, and especially a child that young. So
I don't know, but I'm just saying I'm still Team Sarah on that one because.
I mean, we had to agree to disagree, and I'm Team 7, so I'm just saying, respect people's minds, respect people's mental health. If they tell you they're not feeling it, respect that, and everything is not about you.
But Sarah kept poking the bear, knowing that 7 wasn't in the mood for the bullshit. I can understand when you're angry and depressed, anything can take you off.
Thank you.
But at the same time, it's like 7 knew what she signed up for. If she didn't like the Bad Girls Clubhouse as much as she said she didn't, like, what did you think was going to happen on this show?
But then she even said that. She said it's going to be something totally different, something new. It's not going to be the experience that you had on Oxygen. They told her that. So that's an incentive. She can go put some money in her pocket. She can do a new business venture, get some exposure. So, like, I really agree with, she didn't know what she was signing up for.
I feel like she wanted to have Tanisha's spot in the show. She gets to live in
place. Tanisha, I don't even know why. Like, she should just be like the host for the reunion. Like, she's not in the house. She's over dramatic to me. You know, it's just like and like yeah.
That's what I'm saying though. Actually, I was thinking that up until this episode. I think Tanisha did do a good job. Like when they were all kind of hesitant about boxing, and Tanisha was like, "All right, me and Natalie are gonna go first."
Right.
I did like that. So finally, I feel like this part was Tanisha's idea. Natalie, I feel like she wanted all the fighting in the house. Tanisha wanted the team building activities or something. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's good, you know.
But I felt like this was I felt like season 4 when they had the little board meeting. I felt like that was a filler episode, and I kind of felt like this was also kind of like a filler episode.
Yeah, it felt like really fast to me. It didn't feel as like action packed. But like I said, I cannot wait for July 11th because I really want to see who's gonna pop on.
It sounded like a long time, but they're only skipping a week.
I know, but it does. It's just like all the anticipation. I can't wait.
But I will say, I'm glad that they gave us that little preview. Like that was a later this season. Yeah. Like we needed that halfway trailer because this episode was not. I feel like if they didn't do that, maybe they would have lost viewers next episode because they also. I think the very next episode, there's also going to be another sports one. Like they were playing basketball.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like that might be another filler episode too. But I'm really excited to see all the other fights. It looks like there's a lot more stuff that's going on. This is episode 7. Like originally, people thought it was only going to be 10 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
But by the looks of that trailer, I think it's going to be more than that,
Well,
right?
like it feels like it's like what's it called? The break before like some mid-season or
yeah.
So I think it's going to be 12 episodes, 12 to 13 episodes. So they got like a few more to go.
All right. So what else did Louis say? Right, but when someone says, "Give me a break because I'm overwhelmed," respect that. Don't put in your negative opinion. I'm already feeling down.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like also, just like I said, I feel like Natalie's plan for the show was like the drama. Tanisha's was like bringing the girls together, do positive stuff. I feel like in the back of Sarah's mind is also like she kind of wants there to be drama. You know, she's like a mini Natalie.
Yes, that's the mini me, really. Like you saw how like when they closed the door after the fight, and she's still like antagonizing 7. Oh, pack her shit. Like when she told Sidney to pack her shit up, I'm just like, hold up, you tripping, girl. And then they closed the door. She's sitting there kicking the door like a psycho. That was wild to me.
I didn't catch this the first time I watched it, but I think you did. You mentioned something about her being like, trying to be Natalie or whatever, and I thought it was really funny. In the scene where she fought 7, her little sweater was like the same pattern as Natalie too. It was like a different color. But
it's giving me single white female. Like, stop what you're doing.
But yeah, no. If they want to give Sidney the Bad Girls Club experience, right? That's what Natalie says. So why aren't they packing her stuff up like they did on Bad Girls Club?
Well, they need to pack up Christina's stuff. Like Christina hit Natalie all butt. Like
she hit her in the shoulder. I feel like she purposefully didn't hit her in the face.
I mean, we didn't see where 7 hit Sarah. Like we just saw her. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We didn't really see where the punches landed.
So I did also think it was very interesting on the preview for coming episodes. Apparently, Sidney is the one that invited Megan.
Yeah, I didn't know they were cool like that.
Yeah, why would they? I don't know. I guess. Yeah, I don't know what their connection is, if they had one before the show or not.
But I mean, she most definitely invited her to the house. So,
you excited for Megan to come?
I am. I'm really excited.
You think she's gonna beat someone up?
I mean, anything. Didn't she beat up 2 people at one time? You guys in her season when she beat up Judi and Fallon ass, like just tagging.
It was Rima and Fallon.
Oh, she didn't. Oh, she didn't beat up Judi.
I think maybe later on. In the reunion, maybe?
I just know she was tagging. She was double, like, she was giving the work. So I'm excited. And, she's, like, bougie, but, like, hood. She's bougetto. And I just love her energy. I just love that, she's comfortable within herself. So
I just feel like if she actually did fight, they would have definitely put that in the preview.
But then maybe they're just, like, trying to give you, like, something to hold on to. Like, she's here. What is she here for, though? So I don't want to, they don't want to give it all to you yet, keep you feeling.
But she said her famous line. I think that's all she came there to do.
Does anybody want to fight? Words to live by. Does anybody want to fight?
But I feel like they're gonna be like, no, we're trying to do something different.
I mean, of
With
course,
her.
of course, they know how to. They pick and choose their battles. So you know.
But I feel like I also heard that she quit this. She quit the show, but then she was immediately on another show like that already aired.
What show?
I think that's why. I don't know. I forget what show it is. Someone in the comments, let me know what show Megan was on. She was on some other reality show.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that's also why. I don't know. I heard
conflict of interest. Like she can film on another network.
I think that Megan really just wanted, because months ago they had filmed like just a teaser, and it wasn't even. They hadn't filmed the season yet.
Mm-hmm.
They just showed them all pulling up to this house. So I think Megan just wanted to be part of that.
Okay, I get it. You know.
Jamie and Jasmine, you know who they are?
No, who are they?
They were on the sister season.
With the
I
Gabby
agree.
and Danny?
No. That was a different one.
Yeah,
I like Jamie and Jasmine. I agree. They should be on season 2. Wait, so who are the people that you think should be on Baddies season 2?
Well, I like Talon. You know, she's like Sharetta. You know, I like her. I like her energy. She's a great mom. She really, really, really is working on her music. You know, she's active with that. And she just really has good energy. Who else do I like? I kind of miss, I want to see what Erica's doing, which in Vegas. Erica, I don't know what she's doing. Also, Erica from...
Oh, you mean the redhead one?
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about Lucci V.
Again, Lucci, both of them. You know, I want to see what's up with them. Where
I like Lucci. I don't like Erica.
Erica was like a baby Natalie Nunn. Like she wanted to run the house, you know.
She did not do a good job.
No. And I hope Stassi's good too, even though she was a bully, you know.
I think Stassi doesn't want anything. You know, did you watch All-Star Battle?
No.
That was Stassi's last moment. Like she was about to get kicked off and she ran up on Natalie and fought her.
Who won?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I think Natalie just fell to the ground and then they broke it up.
That's sad.
But I think that she's definitely not doing anything Baggers Club related. I do want to see Stassi again though, but I don't think it'll happen.
I like her.
Who else? Oh wait, someone said you all notice that they cast baddies that don't buck up to Tanisha or Natalie. Christina is now the loony of the season because she was speaking facts. Exactly. And I feel like if anyone does try to go after Tanisha or Natalie, I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm biased, or I don't know if that's the right word, but I think all of it's fake. I think Christina having a problem with Natalie was fake.
I mean, because she's the producer, so you know. But I really feel like Christina high-key needs some help. That singing the gospel music and carving fake into the dry eraser board. I feel like part of that was real because you can't fake crazy that well.
She did say, well, they were talking about her being on a substance or something, but
Mm-hmm.
do you think it's also possible that you could react like that when you don't have your substance? Because she said she was addicted to Percocet. Maybe they didn't let her have that on set. And so that's what made her act crazy.
I mean, when you do, when you stop doing something for a long time or you stop doing something and you don't get your fix, it can really have you, even with weed, you stop smoking weed, you smoke weed every day, and then you just stop. Nobody's going to give you, you're going to be mad. You're going to be, for the first week at least. So maybe she was having a withdrawal. Who knows?
I don't know. It was just night and day, her relationship with Natalie, if you watch the conversation.
Yeah, it was really weird. But then also, what I don't like about Christina is, she's real. I get it. She's real. But when somebody's trying to have a conversation with you, don't be passive aggressive. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Okay, if you're trying to have a conversation, it's about getting the money. It's about building a brand. And you guys put your money, they put their money into this project. Come on now. Just, act accordingly.
But that's why I feel like
it's fake.
No, I mean, I feel like Christina feels like she can go after Natalie because she put money in.
True. I mean, I would feel the same way too, but I would go about it differently. I just didn't like how she came at the makeup artist though, calling him out his name and bitches and stuff, and you trying to use his stuff, and then he had to chase you around for payment. And I'm just I didn't like that.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like she created that. While she was in the makeup chair, I feel like she was like, I'm not going to pay him, and it's going to be a problem with Natalie. It's perfect. I feel like that's what she was thinking.
Oh yeah, but that I still can't get over my team. You got my team. I was like, y'all really doing her makeup? Like a professional is doing Sidney's makeup? Let me know. That shit is not it. It's not even blended properly.
It was really weird to see her in the preview with no makeup on Sidney. When she had no makeup on, she looked completely different.
She does. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but like I said, when she does have her makeup on, like it's one color here and one color there, no blending. Like she just put that shit there and it's sat on her face.
And how come Christina doesn't have her own makeup people at this point?
I mean, like it's here to like get drama. I think it's like to build drama. I think she can fully afford a makeup team. I don't know why she doesn't have it, but
also I did see, in some of the like behind the scenes stuff on Instagram, it was in their contract that you have to provide your own makeup. So how come all of a sudden it's a problem when they're filming?
Because that's exactly what they need. They need that drama. They need that, I know what I signed up for, but let me go make a bitch about it, just for the ratings, just to keep the people coming back for more, because people do thrive off drama and, messiness. So I just feel like they're just hamming it up for the cameras. As they should, They do it on Love and Hip Hop.
And that's what I'm saying. Natalie's been on a lot of reality TV. And she said even when she was on Celebrity Big Brother, like that's a big production, right?
Right.
Like they didn't have makeup for the cast.
But I just feel like Big Brother is like something totally different. They're all living in like a home setting. It's not baddies. It's not, Bad Girls Club. So I think it was a different environment. And, if you're able to do your makeup and you're getting paid at the end of the day, like, why not? Whatever.
I don't know. How hard is it to like, I mean, I always see I follow a lot of the bad girls and a lot of them will just be like, I need a makeup artist tomorrow. Like, how hard is it to do that?
I mean, it's not hard at all. It's not hard at all, but like if your pocket's not right, it's kind of hard because people do live in a facade. Like, yeah, I got this and I got that, and it's just not really what it is.
So you're trying to say Christina's not really?
No, I'm just saying.
She thinks she is.
No, I'm not saying that. I just, like I said, Christina has some issues, and I don't think it's with the money, but I think it's more so with her own self, and yeah, so they're just trying to get some drama started. Why not? It sells. Drama sells. So.
All right, so let's talk about predictions for future episodes. What do you think is going to happen based on what you saw on the preview, and based on what's been going on?
I think like they said with the he said she say stuff's going on. I think that's going to cause a rift, like a real rift between Tanisha and Natalie. I think people, and I really, really hope that Sarah grows a pair. Pulls her big girl panties up and like, cause she's like basically Natalie's Glacky. Whatever Natalie says, it was Natalie goes. So I hope she really does go find her own way, find what she needs to do for Sarah. But I really feel like it's going to be an issue with that. He said she's stuff. He said she's stuff going on. So I really feel like that's going to come to a head.
I hope they explain it, but so far there's been a lot of stuff that they just don't explain.
And that's another thing. It's just like they're just throwing stuff together, like that filler episode. Like they just throwing stuff out. Like that's something they should have did before they went into production. And I feel like it's kind of that was all over the place. Well, this is what we want to do. I really think they should have sat down and had that planned out.
I kind of like it though. It's like meta. You know what I mean?
To a certain extent, but I don't want to see the interworkings. I don't want to see all of the interworkings of how a show is made. Like.
I think with the pandemic going on, it was going to be rough to find one last minute. So if there's a makeup artist at the crib, why not hook up all of us? But that shit was to create drama.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I 100% agree with you. It was to start a mess.
But I don't know. Do you think that next season they are going to have all this? Like, I'm wondering what next season is going to look like. That's what I'm thinking about.
Oh, when you said who I wanted to see, I want to see Kat. I want Kat to come back. Like she's that bitch. So hopefully she'll be back soon.
Do you actually follow her?
No.
Because they said that they wanted her on there because she does have like her own business. Like she is growing. I'm trying to figure out what that business. I guess I could look it up. I really don't follow her.
Well, yeah, and I think so. Instead of Natalie being a massive manipulator, I saw that she had like a hair care line, like a kid's hair care line, scrubs. Promote that.
Natalie does?
Yeah. That she's like, I'm the yada and I run LA. Like, this shit is played. Like, you're grown. You've been married for almost a decade. Like, it's time to, I mean, you've already bossed up. Just show them that you are a different person.
I feel like she had, like, I over the past couple of years, I guess Season 13 is where I first started. Like, I don't know. Luis was saying earlier you could understand what they were talking about on season 13, but I don't see it that way. I feel like she was really trying to help Judi on season 13. She's like super nice. I don't know why y'all have a problem with her.
Who?
Natalie, you don't think?
I think she's nice when it serves, when it, like, she's calculated. She's only going to be nice if it benefits her in a certain way or makes her look good in a certain light. I'm not saying that's her entire character, but that's what she portrays on TV. And, you know,
I mean, that's how everyone should be. Like,
I feel like
why be nice if they're disrespecting you? But
nobody was really disrespecting Natalie, though.
exactly.
Like,
so why are they all?
I don't know. Like, I just don't. It feels, she comes off manipulative to me. You know, like, it's an ulterior motive. It's like,
I mean, she's the only one that gets shit done all the time.
But I don't feel like that. I feel like you said Tanisha's behind the scenes working stuff out. Sarah's like a really, really big part. I just think she does bring the promotion. She's like, I feel like Tanisha and Natalie are like the most known bad girls.
Yeah, that's the only reason why she used Tanisha for this.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Because
Because Sarah does not even have a blue check on Instagram.
She doesn't?
Yeah, she doesn't.
Oh, my goodness.
So you see what I'm talking about now? Like, Sarah feels like she's always like below the other girls all the time, even though she does. She's like second to Natalie.
So why doesn't she have a blue check? Like,
I don't know. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Or do you think that it's like the other girls like paid for their blue check?
I mean, who knows? You know, I'm not in nobody's purse or wallet or anything. But I just feel like there's certain things that Sarah has done for her to have a blue check. She's been on TV for like, how long now?
Exactly. So Instagram, give Sarah her blue check, all right? Because she needs it. But so that's the only reason why I could see why Natalie would call Tanisha. But otherwise, you know, Sarah would have been the EP along with Natalie.
I can agree with that. But I mean, I just feel like if they're all putting their money up. But like I said, next time that we watch that, I really do, guys, want you to do a drinking game. Every time somebody says EP, take a shot.
I don't think they said it this episode, did they?
No, I don't think they said it this episode. But that one episode, you guys have been drunk. I swear to God. EP, I'm the EP. EP.
Yeah, that's a good idea. If you have a good idea for a drinking game, that could be one of the things. If you catch anything else that they say a lot, write it in the comments, and maybe we'll like stream the episode next time with a drinking game. But yeah, I think we are about to get off of here. I think we covered everything. Was there anything we missed?
I don't think so. I think we got all
right.
the points.
Sounds good. So tell everyone again where they can find you if they want to catch you on social media.
Well, if you do want to catch me on social media, it's UFO_Moye. That's MOYE. So follow me. Feel free to follow.
As always, you can find me at the Gino Bino on all social media. And once again, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you hit that notification bell, and we'll be back July 11th because we are taking a break. But thank you guys so much. Thank you, Gabby.
No, it's my pleasure.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.